This is the bi-weekly campaign podcast for the Cliff Moon for NC House campaign. I am Cliff Moon. My opponent for the North Carolina House 96 seat, Andy Wells, a commercial real estate developer, surely knows the bottom line of a land deal. But that doesn't necessarily mean he has a better understanding of what will best help the economy for everyone's benefit. I find it interesting that Mr. Wells has been fortunate enough in his commercial land deals to just happen to have possession of property which city or county governmental entities want to buy for some form of development. Two that come to mind are the land on which Grandview Middle School was built and the land which has been proposed for the multi-jurisdictional business park in Conover. Now, I do not think Mr. Wells has done anything illegal or even unethical in these land deals. I just think one's political principles should be consistent with one's personal and professional actions. I wonder why he so often declares that his goal is to, quote, get government out of the way of business so business can work its magic to create jobs, unquote. Seems to me partnering with government has been pretty profitable for him. To that point, I have also noted that the common thread in the proposals my opponent has offered during this campaign so far, whether on waiving landfill fees or reducing corporate tax rates, benefits him or his clients, but generally very few others. At the Farm Bureau Candidates Forum, he proudly admitted he benefited directly from the state's present use value tax law, which taxes certain properties based on the value of what is produced on the land, not on the land itself. It is the legislature which determines these special tax laws, and it is to the legislature that Mr. Wells and I desire to be elected. I have always looked at service in the legislature as more than, quote, looking after, unquote, the interests of one's own business or one's own clients. I have what is perhaps a quaint notion that when a representative goes to Raleigh, he or she should try to represent all, or at least the majority of the folks in the district on each issue. Therefore, if elected, I promise I will never use my position in the legislature to advance my personal finances or any personal business interests I may have. And I challenge my opponent to make the same promise. I am Cliff Moon, candidate for the North Carolina House, and I am asking for your vote. Don't forget, one-stop early voting has already begun. You can vote at either the Highland Recreational Center in Hickory or the Newton Conover Public Library in Newton, each day, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., or on Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Please vote early and avoid the November 6 Election Day lines. Thank you for listening.